Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and today I am testing out the brand new DJI Neo, which is this amazing device. Now, you may also notice that the audio is a little bit strange, but cleverly enough, this device is actually recording via the phone, which I'm using the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but it is eliminating the propeller noise, which is quite a high-pitched whine. It allows you to hear me, which is extremely clever. But what I wanted to talk about is whether this technology is ready for vlogging. Let's get into it. So what I've gone ahead and done now is I've set the DJI Neo on the direction track, which means that it will now walk in front of me, or fly, should I say, in front of me, whilst I walk forward. Now, it does not have any obstacle identification technology on the back of it, which means that I have to be very careful with what I can see behind it, so it won't actually fly into it. But I can change direction. So if I go over here, the DJI will follow me, and if I come over here, it will follow me over here, which is absolutely awesome. And it's doing this all through AI technology built into the drone itself, which allows me then to walk around, talk directly into the phone. And of course, what we are doing as well is a cold weather test, because as you can see, there is snow, and I'm currently in Lithuania. It's absolutely glorious out here, but this device has proven itself to be really... Okay, so now I have switched over to follow mode, and that means that the device will now follow me from behind, so I can walk in any direction that I want, and it will follow in roughly around a 2-meter distance away from me, and you can adjust the height altitude, which will be a range of about 3 meters off the ground, but it can adjust to about 2 meters off the ground or about 1 meter off the ground. It's very, very clever, extremely useful, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I've been able to get some aerial footage, but this device goes way beyond these basic settings, because I can use the mobile phone device that you can see here in order to speak, but I can also use the manual controls built into the app itself, or I can even use the remote control, which is really cool. So something that is really cool is that this has an automated circle mode. So this device can identify me as its target, and then it will fly outwards away from me at a distance that I measure. In this case, it was only 2 meters. It will then circle. So as you saw there, it just circled me 360 degrees all the way around at a distance that I permitted. And as you can see, it then stopped recording, so it cut me off mid-sentence, I think, but it can then fly above me. Now, this is called spotlight mode, so if I wanted to talk to the camera directly using the microphones in the app, then I can do that, and it works really, really well. Now, of course, the audio quality isn't going to be brilliant. It is obviously going to be highly computerized, because it is eliminating the whir of the propellers. But otherwise, I think this is such a fantastic technology, and I am a first-time drone owner, so this is the first proper DJI, especially drone that I have ever owned, and I think this is absolutely brilliant for beginners. Now, I've seen a lot of reviewers talking about the fact that the video quality is not as good as it could be, but I don't know. For a first-time first-time drone owner, you tell me, is this terrible or is this pretty good? I think it's pretty good. Now I am using the remote device, which I can show you here. Looks exactly like this. This is very, very cool. It's actually just performed a firmware update, which means, and I think hopefully results in the microphone working a little bit better, because it was very in and out. I've been using the device now for the last week, and sometimes it would record audio and other times it wouldn't. So that was a bit annoying because I had some inconsistencies there. But now I'm using the remote, which you can see here, allows you, this is the RC2, it actually really allows you a lot more versatility. So aside from it being a lot easier to fly, I can control the recording from a button on the back here, where you can see, and I can also take photos as well. So I can switch between certain modes, and of course I can control the drone. So if I want to bring it closer, I can do so using the remote. If I want to take the camera up, I can also control the pitch of the camera itself. So now I've got the camera or the drone above me. I can actually change the angle of the camera directly from the remote itself. It is very, very cool. Like I say, I am a total novice, so this is something I have to get used to, and I'm absolutely loving learning how to do it. And this backdrop is obviously absolutely fantastic because the weather here is a real test for flight and the batteries, because it is of course super snowy. It's absolutely gorgeous here, as you can see. So I'm going to fly this up into the sky. I'm actually in normal mode. There is also a sport mode as well, which is very, very cool. Now I'm sending the drone up, and I can see already that it is currently 20-30 meters up in the sky. And you can just see how the perspective all around is absolutely fantastic. And on the remote itself, there are 3 speed settings effectively, which is cinematic, normal, and sport mode. So if I go to cinematic, this makes it slightly slower, and you can see here I've got it turned all the way, and it will slow down the actual speed of the drone in order to make things a little bit more cinematic. Now if I switch over to normal mode, I can just fly it around, and it will travel relatively fast. This device, I've seen other YouTubers actually get up to about 35 miles an hour, which is quite impressive, really. And if you're in sport mode, that would be the only way to do it. But it is great fun, and it really does whiz around quite a lot if you're in sport mode. And you can obviously change the angle. Here you've got a lot more control over, there I am there. Here I've got a lot more control of what I can do, what I can see, and as well how far away the drone will go. Now you can see that H there, that indicates that that's the home base. So that is where it knows I am, and you can update that on the remote as well.
Return to home.
If I press and hold the return to home button, the drone will actually fly itself back to me, and it will land all by itself as well, which is really cool. You might be able to hear a beeping noise, and let's see.
Landing.
There we are. It's now landing directly where we are. And if at any point I don't want it to land exactly where it's coming down, I can tap a cancel button, because I look like it's going to land in the tree. So I'm going to tap that. It's going to cancel it, and then I can control it myself and bring it back down towards me. There I am. And that's me there. And I think this is just absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's incredibly easy to use for somebody who's doing this just for the first time.